Amazon Redshift Online Training. Introduction to Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift is a fully managed, petabyte-scale data warehouse service in the cloud offered by Amazon Web Services, AWS. It's designed for large-scale data warehousing and analytics. Here's a brief introduction. Scalability. Redshift is built to handle large amounts of data, scaling from a few hundred gigabytes to multiple petabytes, distributed across multiple nodes. Columnar storage. Data in Redshift is stored in a columnar format, which allows for efficient compression, faster query performance, and better analytics compared to traditional row-based storage. Massively parallel processing. MPP Redshift distributes data and queries across multiple nodes, allowing for parallel processing of queries, which results in faster query execution times, even with large datasets. SQL support. Redshift supports standard SQL, making it easier for users familiar with SQL to query and analyze data stored in Redshift. Integration with other AWS services. Redshift integrates with other AWS services like S3 for data loading, IAM for security, and AWS Glue for data cataloging and ETL, extract, transform, load, processes. Security. Redshift offers several security features such as encryption of data at rest and in transit, VPC, virtual private cloud, support, IAM integration, and fine-grained access controls. Cost effectiveness. Redshift offers a pay-as-you-go pricing model, allowing users to scale up or down based on their usage needs, which can result in cost savings compared to traditional on-premises data warehousing solutions. Getting started with Amazon Redshift, a beginner's guide. Understand what Amazon Redshift is. Amazon Redshift is a fully managed, petabyte-scale data warehouse service in the cloud. It's designed for large-scale data analytics. Sign up for AWS. If you don't have an AWS account yet, sign up for one at house.amazon.com. You'll need this account to access Amazon Redshift. Launch a Redshift cluster. Once you're logged into your AWS account, navigate to the Redshift console and launch a new cluster. You'll need to specify details like the cluster type, node type, number of nodes, and other configurations. Access control and security. Set up appropriate security groups and IAM roles to control access to your Redshift cluster. This ensures that only authorized users and applications can interact with your data. Connect your cluster. After your cluster is up and running, you can connect to it using various client tools and programming languages. Common tools for connecting to Redshift include SQL Workbench J, pgadmin, or directly through programming languages like Python using libraries such as scikit-learn. Create tables and load data. With your cluster set up and connected to, start by creating tables to store your data. You can do this using SQL commands like create table. Once your tables are created, you can load data into them from various sources such as Amazon S3, Amazon DynamoDB, or even from your local machine. Optimize performance. Redshift offers various performance optimization features like distribution keys, sort keys, and compression encodings. Understanding and implementing these features can significantly improve the performance of your queries. Run queries and analyze data. With your data loaded into Redshift, You can now run SQL queries to analyze it and gain insights. Redshift supports standard SQL queries along with extensions for analytics and window functions. Monitor and manage your cluster. Keep an eye on the performance and health of your Redshift cluster using the AWS Management Console or command line tools. You can monitor metrics like CPU utilization, disk space, and query performance to ensure everything is running smoothly. Backup and restore. Regularly backup your data and snapshots to prevent data loss. Redshift allows you to take manual snapshots or set up automated snapshots for your clusters. Basic performance tuning tips for Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift, as a powerful data warehousing solution, offers several performance tuning options to optimize query performance and maximize throughput. Here are some basic tips. Data distribution. Properly distribute data across nodes using the dist key and sort key clauses when creating tables. Dist key defines how data is distributed across nodes, and sort key defines the order in which data is stored on disk, optimizing query performance. Compression. Utilize compression to reduce storage space and improve query performance. Choose appropriate compression encodings based on the data types and distribution of your data. This reduces I/O and speeds up query execution. Vacuum and analyze. Regularly run vacuum and analyze commands to reclaim disk space and update statistics for query optimization. Vacuum reclaims space from deleted rows and analyze update statistics used by the query planner to generate efficient execution plans. Query optimization. Write efficient SQL queries by minimizing joins, avoiding unnecessary subqueries, and utilizing appropriate filters and predicates. Redshift's Query Optimizer relies on accurate statistics to generate optimal execution plans, so ensure tables are analyzed regularly. Workload management. WLM configure workload management queues to prioritize and allocate resources for different types of queries. Define concurrency and memory allocation settings based on workload characteristics to ensure fair resource distribution and prevent resource contention. Data distribution strategy. Align your data distribution strategy with your query patterns. If certain tables are frequently joined together, distribute them on the same slice using the same key distribution style to minimize data movement during query execution. Data loading optimization. Use best practices for data loading, such as utilizing the copy command with appropriate options like compupdate, statupdate, and maxerror to optimize performance during data ingestion. Consider using bulk loads via S3 or DynamoDB for large-scale data loading. Monitoring and alerts. Implement monitoring solutions to track system performance metrics such as CPU utilization, disk space, and query execution times. Set up alerts to notify administrators of any performance degradation or resource constraints. Redshift Spectrum. For querying data stored in Amazon S3, consider using Redshift Spectrum, which allows you to query external tables directly from Redshift. This can offload query processing to Spectrum, reducing the load on your Redshift cluster and improving performance. Cluster configuration. Choose an appropriate node type and cluster size based on your workload requirements. Monitor cluster performance regularly and scale up or down as needed to maintain optimal performance and cost efficiency. Monitoring and managing your Amazon Redshift cluster. Monitoring performance. Utilize Amazon CloudWatch to monitor cluster performance metrics such as CPU utilization, disk space usage, query throughput, and latency. Set up CloudWatch alarms to notify you of any anomalies or issues. Use Amazon Redshift Advisor to get recommendations for optimizing your cluster performance. Managing workload. Monitor and manage query performance using the WLM workload management feature. You can define query queues and assign appropriate memory and concurrency to different types of queries. Analyze query execution plans to identify inefficient queries and optimize them for better performance. Consider using query monitoring rules to enforce query execution time limits and manage system resources efficiently. Data distribution and optimization. Analyze and optimize table distribution styles and sort keys to improve query performance. Use Analyze command regularly to update statistics and ensure that the query optimizer has accurate information for query planning. Evaluate and fine-tune compression encoding to reduce storage space and improve query performance. Security and access control. Implement IAM, identity and access management, roles to control access to your Redshift cluster. Enable encryption at rest and in transit to secure your data. Regularly review user permissions and revoke access for users who no longer require it. Backup and disaster recovery. Set up automated snapshots to back up your cluster data regularly. Consider enabling cross-region snapshots for additional disaster recovery capabilities. Test your backup and restore processes regularly to ensure they work as expected in case of emergencies. Scaling and maintenance. Monitor cluster performance and usage trends to determine if scaling up or down is necessary. Consider enabling auto-scaling to automatically adjust the number of nodes based on workload demand. Schedule regular maintenance tasks such as vacuuming and analyzing tables to reclaim disk space and optimize query performance. Cost optimization. Monitor and optimize your cluster's resource utilization to minimize costs. Consider using reserved instances for predictable workloads to save on instance costs. Evaluate and adjust your cluster's size and configuration based on actual usage patterns to avoid overprovisioning. Best practices for data modeling in Amazon Redshift. Data modeling in Amazon Redshift, like any database system, is crucial for performance, scalability, and query optimization. Here are some best practices. Understand your data. Before modeling anything, thoroughly understand your data sources, their relationships, and the business requirements. This will help you design an effective data model. Choose the right distribution style. Redshift allows for different distribution styles: key, even, all. Choose the appropriate distribution style based on your data and query patterns. For example, if you frequently join tables on a specific column, use the key distribution. Use sort keys. Define sort keys on your tables to improve query performance, especially for range-restricted queries. Sort keys organize data physically on disk, reducing the need for sorting during query execution. Compression. Leverage Redshift's compression capabilities to minimize storage and improve query performance. Analyze your data distribution and use appropriate compression encodings for each column. Normalization versus denormalization. Strike a balance between normalization and denormalization based on query patterns. Normalize data to reduce redundancy and improve data integrity, but denormalize for frequently accessed data to minimize joins. Optimize joins. Minimize the number of joins in your queries by denormalizing where necessary. Use appropriate distribution and sort keys to optimize join performance. Avoid small tables. Redshift is optimized for large-scale analytics. Avoid creating small tables as they can cause performance overhead due to the distributed nature of Redshift. Vacuum and analyze regularly. Run the vacuum and analyze commands regularly to reclaim space and update statistics, respectively. This helps maintain optimal query performance over time. Use WLM, Workload Management. Configure WLM queues and query monitoring rules to prioritize and manage query execution based on your workload requirements. What is Amazon Redshift and how does it work? Amazon Redshift is a fully managed, petabyte-scale data warehouse service in the cloud, offered by Amazon Web Services, AWS. It's designed to handle large datasets and complex queries efficiently. Here's how it works. Columnar storage. Unlike traditional relational databases that store data in rows, Amazon Redshift stores data in a columnar format. This means that each column of a table is stored separately, which allows for more efficient data retrieval and compression, especially for analytical queries that typically access only a subset of columns. Massively parallel processing. MPP Redshift distributes and parallelizes query execution across multiple nodes in a cluster. Each node contains its own CPU, memory, and storage, and processes a portion of the data in parallel. This architecture allows Redshift to deliver fast query performance, even when dealing with large datasets. Data compression and encoding. Redshift uses various compression and encoding techniques to minimize storage space and improve query performance. For example, it automatically applies run-length encoding, dictionary encoding, and delta encoding to reduce the amount of disk space needed to store data. Column encoding and distribution styles. Redshift provides options for column encoding and distribution styles to optimize query performance. Column encoding determines how individual columns are compressed, while distribution styles determine how data is distributed across nodes in the cluster. These choices can significantly impact query execution times, and Redshift allows users to experiment with different configurations to find the best performance. Automatic performance optimization. Redshift continuously monitors query performance and automatically applies optimizations, such as selecting the most efficient query execution plan, redistributing data for better parallelization, and generating statistics to improve query planning. Integration with AWS ecosystem. Redshift integrates with other AWS services, such as Amazon S3 for data loading and unloading, AWS Glue for data cataloging and ETL, extract, transform, load, and AWS IAM for access control. This seamless integration simplifies data warehousing workflows and allows users to leverage the full power of the AWS ecosystem. What are the key features of Amazon Redshift? Scalability. Elastic resize. Easily scale your Redshift clusters up or down as your demand changes. Concurrency scaling automatically adds and removes capacity to handle fluctuating query workloads. Performance. Columnar storage optimizes data storage and retrieval for large datasets by storing data in columns instead of rows. Massively parallel processing. MPP distributes data and query load across multiple nodes to perform parallel processing. Advanced query optimization uses sophisticated algorithms to optimize query execution plans. Cost effectiveness. On-demand pricing. Pay for the resources you use on an hourly basis without long-term commitments. Reserved instances save up to 75% over on-demand rates by committing to use Redshift for a 1 or 3-year term. Managed storage automatically scales your storage capacity without upfront provisioning. Ease of use. Automated management handles routine administrative tasks like backups, patching, and recovery. AWS integration seamlessly integrates with other AWS services such as S3 Glue, EMR, and Kinesis for data ingestion, ETL processes, and analytics. Redshift Spectrum allows querying of exabytes of data in S3 without having to load it into Redshift. Security. Encryption encrypts data at rest and in transit using AWS Key Management Service, KMS, or Hardware Security Modules, HSMs. Network isolation uses Amazon VPC to isolate your Redshift clusters in your own virtual network. Compliance meets compliance requirements such as SOC 1, SOC 2, SOC 3, ISO, PCI DSS Level 1 and HIPAA. How does Amazon Redshift handle scalability and performance? Amazon Redshift handles scalability and performance through a combination of several architectural and operational strategies designed to efficiently manage data warehousing workloads. Here's a detailed look at how it achieves these. 1. Massively Parallel Processing (MPP) architecture. Redshift uses a massively parallel processing architecture, which distributes data and query execution across multiple nodes. This allows it to process large amounts of data quickly by dividing tasks into smaller subtasks that run concurrently. 2. Columnar storage. Data in Redshift is stored in a columnar format, which optimizes both the storage and retrieval of large datasets. Columnar storage reduces the amount of I/O needed to access data since only the columns relevant to the query need to be read, rather than entire rows. 3. Scalable node types. Redshift offers different node types, including dense compute (DC) nodes optimized for compute-intensive workloads. Dense storage (DS) nodes optimized for large datasets with more storage capacity per node. Users can choose node types based on their specific workload requirements. 4. Elastic resize. Redshift allows for the elastic resizing of clusters. You can add or remove nodes to a running cluster without downtime, enabling you to scale your resources up or down based on changing workload demands. 5. Concurrency scaling. Concurrency scaling automatically adds additional cluster capacity to handle sudden spikes in concurrent queries, ensuring consistent performance. This capacity is added as needed and can handle thousands of concurrent queries. How does Amazon Redshift handle scalability and performance? Amazon Redshift handles scalability and performance through a combination of several architectural and operational strategies designed to efficiently manage data warehousing workloads. Here's a detailed look at how it achieves these. 1. Massively Parallel Processing (MPP) architecture. Redshift uses a massively parallel processing architecture, which distributes data and query execution across multiple nodes. This allows it to process large amounts of data quickly by dividing tasks into smaller subtasks that run concurrently. 2. Columnar storage. Data in Redshift is stored in a columnar format, which optimizes both the storage and retrieval of large datasets. Columnar storage reduces the amount of I/O needed to access data since only the columns relevant to the query need to be read, rather than entire rows. 3. Scalable node types. Redshift offers different node types, including dense compute (DC) nodes optimized for compute-intensive workloads, dense storage (DS) nodes optimized for large datasets with more storage capacity per node. Users can choose node types based on their specific workload requirements. 4. Elastic resize. Redshift allows for the elastic resizing of clusters. You can add or remove nodes to a running cluster without downtime, enabling you to scale your resources up or down based on changing workload demands. 5. Concurrency scaling. Concurrency scaling automatically adds additional cluster capacity to handle sudden spikes in concurrent queries, ensuring consistent performance. This capacity is added as needed and can handle thousands of concurrent queries. How can I migrate my existing data warehouse to Amazon Redshift? Migrating your existing data warehouse to Amazon Redshift involves several steps, including planning, preparation, data transfer, and validation. Here's a detailed process to help guide you through the migration. 1. Planning and preparation. Assessment. Evaluate current data warehouse, understand the structure, size, and complexity of your current data warehouse. Identify data and workload, determine what data and workloads will be migrated. This includes tables, views, stored procedures, and ETL processes. Schema and data preparation. Schema conversion. Use AWS Schema Conversion Tool, AWS SCT, to convert your existing database schema to a Redshift-compatible schema. This tool helps in converting database objects and SQL code. Data cleanup. Clean and prepare your data to ensure a smooth migration process. This might involve removing obsolete data and optimizing data formats. 2. Setting up Amazon Redshift. Cluster setup. Create Redshift cluster. Set up your Amazon Redshift cluster according to your performance, storage, and security requirements. Choose the instance types, cluster size, and configure the necessary security groups and IAM roles. Networking configuration. Ensure your Redshift cluster is properly configured within your VPC for secure and efficient data transfer. Tools and services. AWS Data Migration Service DMS. Configure AWS DMS to handle the data migration. DMS supports ongoing replication and can migrate your data while the source remains operational. AWS Glue. Use AWS Glue for ETL tasks to prepare and transform your data for Redshift. What are the best practices for optimizing performance in Amazon Redshift? Optimizing performance in Amazon Redshift involves several best practices that cover different aspects of database design, query optimization, and maintenance. Here are some key practices. 1. Schema design. Choose the right distribution style. Use distribution styles effectively to distribute data evenly across nodes. Key. Use when joining large tables on a key. Even. Use when there's no clear distribution key. All. Use for small lookup tables to replicate them on all nodes. Use sort keys appropriately. Define sort keys on columns frequently used in where clauses, joins, and order by operations. Compound sort keys. Useful for queries that filter on multiple columns. Interleaved sort keys, useful when queries filter on different columns, which are not in a predictable order. Define appropriate data types. Use the most appropriate data types and avoid overallocation of storage. 2. Query optimization. Avoid select asterisk queries. Specify only the columns needed in the select clause to reduce data transfer and processing time. Optimize joins. Ensure joined columns have the same data type and use appropriate join strategies. Example, broadcast small tables. Predicate pushdown. Write queries that allow Redshift to push predicates to the storage layer, reducing the data scanned. Use the analyze command. Regularly run analyze to update statistics about the data for the query planner. Query monitoring. Use the query monitoring rules to detect and handle long-running or resource-intensive queries. 3. Maintenance tasks. Vacuum regularly. Run the vacuum command to sort tables and reclaim disk space. This is crucial after large deletions or updates. Analyze and vacuum commands. Analyze updates statistics metadata used by the query optimizer. Vacuum reclaims storage and resorts rows. What are the limitations of Amazon Redshift and how can they be mitigated? Amazon Redshift is a powerful data warehouse service, but it has some limitations. Understanding these limitations and knowing how to mitigate them can help optimize its performance and usability. Here are some key limitations along with their mitigation strategies. 1. Concurrency limits. Limitation. Redshift has a limit on the number of concurrent queries it can handle. Exceeding this limit can lead to query queuing and increased latency. Mitigation. Use workload management. WLM. Configure WLM to define query queues and allocate resources based on priority. Concurrency scaling. Enable concurrency scaling to automatically add and remove compute capacity to handle fluctuating workloads. Query scheduling. Schedule less critical queries during off-peak hours. 2. Data loading performance. Limitation. Loading large volumes of data can be slow if not optimized properly. Mitigation. Copy command. Use the copy command instead of individual insert statements and load data in parallel from multiple files. Compression and encoding. Use appropriate compression and encoding schemes to reduce I/O. Sort keys and distribution keys. Optimize table design with the right sort and distribution keys to enhance load and query performance. How does Amazon Redshift support data ingestion and ETL processes? Amazon Redshift supports data ingestion and ETL, extract, transform, load, processes through a variety of built-in features and integrations with other AWS services. Here's a detailed overview of how Amazon Redshift facilitates these processes. 1. Data ingestion. A. Copy command. Function. The copy command in Redshift is a powerful tool to load data from various sources. Sources: S3 DynamoDB, EMR, and remote hosts via SSH. Formats. Supports multiple formats including CSV, JSON, Avro, Parquet, and ORC. Performance. Utilizes parallel processing to speed up data loading. B. AWS Glue. Function. AWS Glue is a fully managed ETL service that can extract data from various sources, transform it, and load it into Redshift. Integration. AWS Glue can connect to data sources like S3 RDS and other databases, transform the data using its built-in capabilities, and load it into Redshift. Job management provides job scheduling and orchestration features. C. Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose. Function. A real-time data streaming service that can ingest streaming data into Redshift. Transformation. Allows simple transformations before loading. Sources. Can collect data from various streaming sources such as IoT devices, application logs, and social media feeds. D. Third-party tools. ETL tools. Tools like Informatica, Talent, Matillion, and Stitch can be used for data ingestion into Redshift. Data integration. These tools often provide connectors and pre-built integrations specifically designed for Redshift. 2. ETL, extract, transform, load. A. SQL-based transformations. SQL functions. Redshift provides a rich set of SQL functions for data transformation. Stored procedures. Supports stored procedures to encapsulate complex transformation logic. User-defined functions. UDFs allows creation of custom functions to extend SQL capabilities. Why choose ProExcellency for Amazon Redshift online training? Choosing ProExcellency for Amazon Redshift online training could be advantageous for several reasons. Experienced instructors. ProExcellency typically employs instructors with substantial industry experience and deep knowledge of Amazon Redshift. Their practical insights can provide a richer learning experience. Comprehensive curriculum. The training programs often cover a wide range of topics, from basic to advanced levels. This ensures a thorough understanding of Amazon Redshift, including data warehousing concepts, cluster management, query optimization, and integration with other AWS services. Hands-on training. ProExcellency emphasizes practical learning through hands-on exercises and real-world projects. This approach helps learners apply theoretical knowledge to practical scenarios, enhancing their problem-solving skills. Flexible learning options. They offer flexible scheduling options, including live online classes, recorded sessions, and self-paced learning. This flexibility allows learners to balance their training with other personal and professional commitments. Certifications and recognition. Completing a course with ProExcellency often comes with a certification that can bolster a resume and improve career prospects. The recognition of ProExcellency's certification in the industry can also be a key factor. Support and resources. Learners usually have access to a wealth of resources, including study materials, documentation, and forums. Additionally, support from instructors and peers can be invaluable in overcoming learning challenges. Positive reviews and reputation. ProExcellency is known for positive reviews and testimonials from past students, reflecting high satisfaction rates and successful learning outcomes. Post-training assistance. They may offer post-training support such as help with job placements, resume building, and interview preparation, which can be critical for career advancement. Thank you.